Welcome all of you to the Stock Market Intelligence webinar on how to trade without technical tension, fundamental confusion, and advisory stress in stock market. Now, you know that many people have failed to stay in stock market trading for more than a year or two because of this technical tension, fundamental confusion, and advisory stress. Some people are used to free stuff, tips, and calls, which has led to their failure. Some are used to dabba trading and gossips that has led to their failure. Now, today you may think, now, how is it possible to trade without technicals, fundamentals, or advisory, or even at least without tips and calls? Is there a way to trade effortlessly in stock market? If this is your question, then let me tell you, yes, there is an invention, the revolutionary invention of this era. And it has become very essential this tough time the world is facing. And this invention is supporting people who have lost their job, striving to earn income by trading from home, trading futures and options to come out of their fear of future life. Gentlemen, the revolutionary invention that I'm talking about is called dynamic live. It is the first ever stock market intelligence of the world called the dynamic method. Now today in this session, you will learn to earn money in trading in a matter of just 1 to 3 easy steps. You will also master futures and options trading in just 7 minutes. And during the session, you will also see a demonstration of this dynamic live, the stock market intelligence, wherein you will understand how you can benefit from it. But before I start the session, I request all of you to look at the session as a beginner. Forget everything about trading that you have learned till date. The more you look at the session as a beginner, the faster you achieve the end results. And when I'm talking about the end results, there is only one end result that we are all working towards here, and that is to earn money, isn't it? But for you to earn money in trading, there are only two things that you can do, and that is buying and selling. But if you want to succeed in trading, then you have to learn the right entry and right exit. That is, when to buy and when to sell is what you're supposed to learn. But today you don't have to worry about the right entry and right exit, because dynamic live is one such intelligence which can automatically tell you the right entry and right exit. So that today you don't have to waste your time doing anything else. Rather, you can straight away start trading and start earning. But then when I'm saying this, there are some of you also thinking that some of you also know that price always does not move in a similar way. There are varieties of price movement. In any given market condition, for you to get the right entry and right exit, there are some very unique intelligence at work in this dynamic live. Now, which are they? How do they work? And how you can benefit from it? Let's have a look. Now, as I told you, for you to succeed in trading, you must learn the right entry and right exit. But at the same time, when not to enter, when not to exit is also equally very important for you to learn. And today we have an intelligence in this dynamic live which automatically takes care of this. So whenever you want to trade, whenever you select your favorite stock in this dynamic live, and if this dynamic live feels that the price of the stock is about to increase, then here in the action information, it will be very clearly written as buy long, act now. It means it is telling you that buy signal has come, take a long position, act now, buy it immediately. But many times when the price is increasing, and if this dynamic live feels that there is a false price movement, it doesn't look like going up anymore, it may reverse. In such a case, here in the action, it will be very clearly written as buy signal, wait and buy. But just imagine most of the traders when they sit and trade. Now, how do they trade? They're either sitting in front of a trading terminal, watching the price movement, or they are doing some other research in order to understand it. But then whatever they do, when you keep watching the price increasing, then what will happen is you will automatically get tempted. You will be compelled to buy this because you feel that it is going to go up. You may miss it. So the urgency makes you to buy it, but then most of the time or sometimes when you buy, you must have seen that would have been the day's high, and from there, the price completely starts reversing. So the reason it happened there, the reason why you incurred a minus trade there was, it is because you did not know that it is a false price movement. But today there is this intelligence which can automatically tell you whether to do this trade or not to do this trade. So your job becomes easy. Now, once you read what is written here in the action information, whether you are a beginner or an experienced trader, anyone will be able to understand whether to do this trade or not to do this trade. So today you can shed all those beliefs where people think that it is a rocket science, it is very difficult, it is a complex thing to trade and earn money. But then things have been made absolutely easy with the help of this intelligence here. Similarly, when the price is about to decrease and if this dynamic live feels it is a good point to sell, if it feels that the price is going to go down even further, then here in the action it will be very clearly written as sell short act now, which means sell signal has come, take a short position and sell it now. So that even in a downtrending market you will be able to trade and benefit from it. But many times when the price is decreasing and if this dynamic live feels that this is not the right point, it looks like it is a false price movement. In such a case, here it will be written as sell signal, wait and sell. It means sell signal has come. But please wait, don't sell this. So similarly, in one such situation, when we were trading in Bank Nifty in the month of June, it was very clearly written here as sell signal, wait and sell. We waited. But as we waited, what happened next was, next day the price opened with a gap down. Now, in the meantime, Mr. or Ms. Shalki has a question: what is the success ratio? Have you back tested them? Nifty, Bank Nifty, all these things. All right, I will come to your question. Just hold on. First, just let me go through this complete session, the process. Let me give you the basic details of what exactly this is, and at the end, I will definitely answer all your questions, Mr. Shalki. So please hold on. So in this case, as we waited, the next day it opened with a gap down, and after it opened with the gap down, now looking at this, now you may start thinking that we could have sold it the previous day itself, so that in this gap down we could have benefited, isn't it? But you have to understand, in spite of the gap down, you have to look at the action information where it very clearly says sell signal, wait and sell, because it strongly feels that the price is about to reverse. And then what happened next was the price that did reverse big time. Now, without knowing this information, if anyone had taken a short position, then by now you would have got stuck in a minus trade, isn't it? But those having access to dynamic live, just by reading this information here in the action, they would have simply avoided this trade. Now, by avoiding this trade, they have successfully avoided a minus trade. And avoiding a minus trade is also a type of profit, isn't it? Don't you agree on this? So that is the benefit of this intelligence here. And then we have the zigzag caution intelligence. Now, whenever the price moves up and down, all the temporary price reversals are identified by these zigzag cautions. I mean to say, when the price is increasing and as the price keeps increasing, right on top, if you come across this red colored symbol, we call this as a zigzag caution. When this appears, it means that the price is about to reverse. That's what the dynamic live is telling you. Now imagine you have taken a buy position, and after that the price keeps increasing. You are in profit, you are very happy about it. But then as the price keeps increasing, right on top, the moment you see this red colored symbol, which is a zigzag caution, now you know that the price can reverse. So what will you do now? What will you do? You'll simply exit your trade, isn't it? That is all that you're supposed to do here. And you can see the very next day it has opened with a gap down. Now, we did not predict that there will be a gap down. We are not going to predict anything here because we are not here to predict. We are not trying to become an expert here, isn't it? We don't want to prove anyone that we know everything, we know how to do, or we are the only guys making profit. We are not here to prove that. We are only here for one single purpose, and that is to earn money. All right? And for us to earn this, now we just have to follow what the intelligence is telling us to do. Similarly, in a downtrending market, as the price keeps coming down, if you have a short position in place, and right at the bottom, if you come across this green symbol, which is a zigzag caution, where you know that the price can reverse. So you can exit your short very early, close to this bottom, and after that, you can see that the price has totally reversed. So the benefit of the zigzag caution intelligence here is, it helps you to exit your trades very early with maximum profits right at the top or right at the bottom. That's the major benefit here. And then we have the zigzag caution intelligence. Sorry, the sideways caution intelligence. Now, you know that the price always does not move in an uptrend or in a downtrend. Many times it also moves in sideways. And there is a phase where it becomes very difficult for a common trader to understand whether the price is about to increase or whether the price is about to decrease. And in this phase, the price keeps moving up and down so very frequently within a small range or sometime in a bigger range. And this is a phase where majority of traders incur a series of minus trade. You must have experienced this in your own trading, because whenever you buy, you see that the price goes down. Whenever you sell, the price goes up. On a funny note, some of them, they may start thinking that looks like someone is standing behind me and watching whatever trade I'm doing. So whenever I do a trade, he's bringing the market on the opposite direction. Well, this is all people think, isn't it? But then you have to understand that you are experiencing a sideways movement. The major issue here is that people don't know that it is in sideways, right? But then today you don't have to worry, because Dynamic Live is the one and only platform in the whole world which can automatically identify the sideways movement for you. So in the real-time market, when the price is fluctuating, and if this Dynamic Live feels that the sideways movement is about to start, then here in the reason it will be very clearly written as sideways nearing sign. Now this is something very strange, isn't it? Because there are people, there are experts who can identify sideways market in the world, but then what they do here is they are able to identify the sideways movement after it happens, or as it happens. After at least 50% of the sideways movement is over, only then the big experts or people are able to identify and understand that it is in sideways. But what's the point? But today here there is an intelligence that you're looking at, which is doing something new, something alien. And that is, it is able to tell you in advance that sideways movement is about to start. And later when the sideways starts, now here the reason the information changes to sideways start sign. Now by reading this, now what happens is, now you know that the sideways has started, isn't it? Now by reading this, you know that. And you also know that in sideways, the price will move up and down very frequently within a small range. And it will become very difficult for you to understand which direction it is going to move, because that is the nature of the price movement in this phase. So when you know that, now what you can do here is, whatever trade that you have already taken, it is better you exit it fast with minimum profits. Or the other best thing that you can do here is, you can stop trading this script and go trade some other script which is not in sideways. Right? Now this clarity in trading, this maturity in trading, that you are able to get only when you got this information, when you read this information. Now until then you were blind. You were not able to understand what was happening there with you, isn't it? So it is all about taking that matured decision. Decision making is the key here. And for you to take the right decision, now the right information has to be available for you to take the right decision at the right time. Timing is also equally very important, isn't it? Later, the information changes to sideways now. As long as the price keeps moving in sideways, it will be written here as sideways now. So in this phase, now whichever trade that you get, any trading opportunity that you get, you know it already that you have to exit the trade with minimum profits. Now look at this maturity. Now, before you do the trade, you know what has to be done, what you must do, and you are prepared. You have a plan in place. Now that's the benefit. That's the way to trade like a professional. And at last, at some point, it will tell you sideways end sign. Now by reading this, you know that the sideways movement has come to an end. Now, what does it mean when you know that sideways movement comes to an end? What does it mean? It means that the up and down flat movement within a small range is over. Now it is about to move in a single direction. Isn't it? Now all that you have to do is just enter into a trade and capture the next big movement. So the benefit of this intelligence here is, when you are getting these many informations in the live market, decision making becomes absolutely easy. And before you do the trade, you know which are the trades that you have to exit it fast with minimum profits, or which are the trades that you have to hold on to capture the big movements and big profits. And at last, we have the dynamic system cautions and DMBOTs. Now, whenever there is a major movement in the market, any major movement in the market are identified by these dynamic system cautions. I mean to say that whenever there is a major crash or major rally in the price of any stock or an index or a commodity, this dynamic system caution will automatically identify it, and it will identify it before it happens. This is something extraordinary, isn't it? In an uptrending market, as the price keeps increasing, right on top, if you come across this red colored symbol, we call this as a dynamic system caution. Now, which means that the price can reverse from here. Now, when you know that, now what can you do? When you know that the price can reverse from here, what can you do? Anyone? What can you do? First of all, let us keep this session a bit more interactive, because whether you like it or not, by the time you leave the session, at the end of the session, there must be something serious, very concrete that you must learn from the session, and that learning must help you in tomorrow's trading. It must help you in gaining money. Even if you do not gain, it must at least help you to avoid the minus. Right? But for that, let us keep the session a bit more interactive. All right. So when you are holding a long position in an uptrend, and as the price keeps increasing, right on top there is a symbol where you know that it can reverse. Now what you can do here is you can exit your trade very early with maximum profit close to the top. And not only that, you will also be able to take the opposite trade very early in order to capture the next big movement downward. And you can see when this dynamic caution appeared, the price was trading at around 21,621. And from there, in the next few days, the price completely came down to 20,767 in a matter of just 2 days. It is almost 900 points movement, and in the next 1 week, it went down by even more than 1,000 points from this low. It is almost more than 1,900 points, close to 2,000 points movement here. But then you could have benefited from it, provided you knew that it is going to reverse, isn't it? Similarly, even in a downtrend, when you have a short position in place, and as the price keeps coming down, right at the bottom, if you see this green symbol, which is a dynamic system caution, where you know that the price can reverse, and you can see that the price was at 19,789 when this caution appeared, and after this, the price completely reversed to 20,987. It is almost 1,200 points movement here in this one single move. Now you can benefit from all these big movements in the market, provided you knew that it is going to reverse. Now, how on earth will any trader know that the price is going to reverse? Today, gentlemen, the one and only way for any trader to know that the price is going to reverse before it reverses is with the help of this dynamic system caution intelligence. So that's the benefit here. So this is how all these multiple intelligence works. But then today you don't have to worry, because your job is not to follow all these multiple intelligence. Your job is to simply follow only this Dogmatic method level 2. Now, what this Dogmatic method level 2 does here is it collects all the information from these multiple intelligence and finally tells you what trade you are supposed to do. This is something very interesting, isn't it? Because it cuts down the job by more than 90%. Right? But then when it comes to trade, now there is again a question running in your mind, whether to trade in futures, whether to trade in options, whether to trade in equities. Now, how many of you watching this session wants to trade in options? If you want to trade in options, if you want to learn about it, then text options. If there is anyone who wants to trade in futures, then you can text saying that you want futures. And if anyone wants to trade in equity, then you can text saying that you want equities. Well, out of so many people, very few are replying. But then how about all others? Yes, very nice. But then as you see, most of the sessions that I have experienced, majority of the participants wants to get into options trading. Right? That is the first majority. And the second majority wants to get into futures trading. And the third category wants to get into equity. Isn't it? So we will come to that one by one. And in the meantime, Mr. Chagan Lal wants me to talk in Hindi. छगन लाल जी, आपको आज का ये सेशन जो है इंग्लिश में ऑलरेडी शेड्यूल हो चुका है. इससे पहले ही 11:30 बजे को आज जो सेशन था वो हिंदी में था. तो फिर भी आप ये सेशन देखिए. हुआ तो हमारे यूट्यूब चैनल पे आपको इसी सेशन का एक हिंदी रिकॉर्डिंग भी मिल जाएगा. पहले जो सेशन हुआ था आज 11:30 बजे, वो सेशन आपको मिल जाएगा. पर इस सेशन में जब आप अटेंड कर रहे हो, आपको जो भी डाउट है आप पूछिए, मैं उसको हिंदी में ही जवाब दूंगा. ठीक है? All right. So as I was telling you, majority of them want to get into options. But then when you want to trade in options, the point here is now how to trade in options. Now, you know for the fact that there are many people who have spent years of their life trying to learn what is options. how to trade in options, hundreds of strategies to trade in options, option Greeks, and many more. And they're still learning. In spite of years of efforts, they are still learning. So today you people are here to decide whether you want to spend your time learning or whether you want to spend your time earning. What is your decision? Are you here to spend your time earning or are you here to spend your time learning? What's your answer? Now, if you people have decided to spend your time earning, then you are at the right place, because Dynamic Live today is the one and only platform in the whole world which can automatically tell you in the live market how to trade in options, when to trade in options, and what to trade in options. Not only options, even for futures and even for equity segment. So in the live market, whenever you select your favorite stock to trade, and if this Dynamic Live feels that the price of the stock is about to increase, then here under the Dynamic method level 2, in the action it will be very clearly written as buy call option now. So it is directly telling you to buy a call option. So you don't have to waste your time learning what is options, what is call option, and all those unwanted things. Rather, just straight away start trading. Yes, there are few basic things that you have to learn, essential things that one must know to start trading. Those things are there for you to learn. But then it is a matter of 5 to 10 minutes which you will get to learn in our online training. But then when it comes to trading, the most important point that you have to know here is when to buy and when to sell, isn't it? And today that is automatically taken care by the Dynamic Live itself. And when it comes to trading in options, which option to trade, now that is also automatically told by this Dynamic Live. So if it feels that the price is about to increase, then here it will be written as buy call option now. Similarly, if it feels that the price is about to decrease, then here it will be written as buy put option now. So even in a downtrending market, you will be able to trade and benefit from it, right? But then when I'm saying this now, how many of you watching the session are experienced traders? How many of you are beginners? Can you text this? Are you an experienced trader or a beginner? Can you all participate? Text it. All right, Mr. Millen says that he is a beginner. Mr. Sanjay is also a beginner. How about all others? Small beginner, very interesting, Mr. Ashok. All right. I know that, most of them who have text, they're all beginners. But then I know that some of you are also experienced. It so happens in most of my session, even when we do the direct programs, where we are facing big crowds sitting in front of us, they too say that they are beginners, but then later we come to know that they are experienced. Anyways, it doesn't matter. So the reason why I was asking you these things here is, for you to trade successfully in stock market, there is no need for you to, go through too many things, too many learning, too many reading books, too many programs to be attended. No, nothing of this sort is required. You just have to learn the real, essential, practical, basic knowledge that one has to have to start trading. For example, if you want to trade in options, first of all, you must know which option you want to trade. Second thing, you have to know what is the quantity that you want to trade and which is the expiry date. All right, so these are just a few things that you have to know, and it is very simple. It took me just less than 5 seconds to tell you what points you have to know. What to trade in options, now that is automatically told by this Dynamic Live. So when you start trading, the other thing that you have to do apart from this is just to decide what quantity you want to trade and which expiry you want to trade. All right, so anyways, but once it tells you to buy a call option, now what are you going to do? You will simply buy it, isn't it? But after you buy, what happens next? Well, after you buy, the only thing that happens next with every common trader today is now you're stuck with fear, tension, panic, confusion, because you don't know what to do next, whether to hold this position or whether to exit it or how long to hold it. Many questions are running in your mind, and at the same time you're looking for someone or something who can come and give you guidance, who can tell you exactly what has to be done. And with this dependence, with this search, there are most of the traders who choose the wrong path every time. All right, but then today you don't have to worry, because even this shortcoming is deleted today by this Dynamic Live itself. Because once it tells you to buy a call option, once you buy it, later the Dynamic Live itself will tell you hold call option. So how long to hold your position, the Dynamic Live will tell you by itself. So once you read it, now you know that you have to hold it, so simply hold it. It is so very easy, isn't it? And finally, at some point, it tells you exit call option. So this is when you have to exit the trade. So whatever call option, whatever thing that you have bought, you just have to sell it off now. All right. But then here in this case, it has not only told you to exit call, it also said exit call and buy a put option now, because it strongly feels that the price is going to go down now. And for you to benefit even in a downtrending market, it is asking you to buy a put option. So once you buy a put option, and later it tells you to hold put option, finally at some point it will tell you exit put option now. So when to enter, how long to hold, and when to exit, complete information will be given by the dynamic live itself. But then my question to all of you here is, what else do you want? Is there anything else you have, you must know as a trader? Is there anything else? When to buy, how long to hold, and when to sell, or when to sell, how long to hold, and when to buy. These are the only things that you have to know, isn't it? Is there anything else that you have to learn here? Do you have to know which expert is giving what speech? What announcement has been made? Is this news positive or negative for the stock that you're trading in? Is this what you want to know, or is you just need the right entry and right exit? It is only the right entry and right exit that you need, and today that is automatically taken care by the dynamic live itself. And as Mr. Denzel Carl has rightly pointed out, saying that when we trade in options, he has mentioned it as a call option, is the loss fixed to the premium paid? Yes. The risk is fixed to the investment that you have made. There is nothing more than that. All right. But then when it comes to trading in options, there is one more secret that you have to learn, and that is to select the right strike price. Now, I'm sure you are also about to ask me, Mr. Denzel, saying that in most of the times when you are trading in options, the premium becomes a zero, isn't it? Now, how many of you have experienced this? You can text saying yes. If I have not experienced, then you can text saying no. How many of you have experienced this in your trading? When you are trading in options, the premium always becomes zero most of the time. The premium starts melting very fast. You are not able to understand what's happening. The price of the stock is increasing, but your premium is reducing. How many of you have experienced this? Yes, isn't it, Mr. Shivgowda? Right? So there are many people who have experienced it. Even Mr. Jayant also said this, but then most of them are experiencing this, and this experiencing is leading to fear. The fear of trading in futures and options. People have a traditional belief saying that trading futures and options is very risky. Of course, anything is risky when you don't know which is the right entry and right exit, when to buy and when to sell. But especially when it comes to trading in options, in spite of you understanding the right entry and right exit, there are ways you can get into a minus. And that is, if you don't select the right strike price. Yes, Miss or Mr. Shulky says that theta loss. Well, that's what I told you. There are people who have spent years of their life trying to learn beta, theta, gamma, delta, and many more, and they're still learning, isn't it? But then today, you people have taken a decision to come here and spend your time only to earn money. So for you to earn money, for you to earn big money in options, there is one secret that you have to learn, and that is to select the right strike price, isn't it? But then if you have to select the right strike price today, you don't have to worry, because dynamic live is one intelligence which can automatically tell you which is the right strike price to trade. This is the first time ever in the whole world when it comes to trading in options. Dynamic live is the one and only platform in the whole world which can automatically tell you the strike price. And not just the strike price, it can also tell you which is the right strike price. So whenever it tells you to buy a call option, all that you have to do is just come look at this pyramid pointing upward, pick one number out of these three, that is your right strike price. Similarly, when it tells you to buy a put option, you just have to come look at this pyramid pointing downward, pick one number out of these three, that is your right strike price. Mr. Denzel, you are asking me now, how should we hedge in options or strategies? Well, rather than that, I would like you to ask me that how to earn in options. That would be a straightforward, very simple question, isn't it? Right? And that is what you want. That I know. And I wish you also understand this. All right? So all that you have to do is to select the right strike price, which is very openly available here. And once you have selected the right strike price, now all that you have to do here is just go ahead and do the trade. But I'm sure when I'm saying this, there are some of you watching this session thinking that, boss, I don't know what is futures, what is options. I'm a beginner, as many of you said, and I don't know how to place an order as well. But let me tell you, as I promised you in the beginning of the session today, you're going to master this futures and options trading in a matter of just 7 minutes. And once I give you all these details, of course, I'm going to come and tell you, Mr. Ravi, what is the success ratio, and Mr. Denzel, you will know what is the cost of this revolutionary platform. All right. So as I promised you that you are going to master it, now first of all, let me tell you the truth that if you think that you are a beginner, the truth here is, it is very good that you are a beginner. Do you know this? Did you know this all this while? It is very good that you are a beginner. You are the luckiest person walking this planet today. You know why? Because you don't know anything. When you don't know anything, then whatever is told here, you will simply blindly follow it. Isn't it? That is all that we want you to do here. And as long as you do that, you are in for some serious money. So all that you have to do here is, under the Dogmatic method level 2, in this action information, whatever is written here, you just have to read it. Can you read now what's written here? Can you read it loudly? It is written as buy call option now. So you just have to read it. But then before you read it, you must know which script you are planning to trade. So this is Bank Nifty that we are looking at this example. Right? So you have to read it as Bank Nifty buy call option now. Can you read this? And as I told you in the beginning itself, that when you're trading in options, you must also select the strike price, and that to the right strike price. Now, since it is a call option, you have to come look at this pyramid pointing upward, pick one number out of these three. Let's say I pick this number, 20,500. So you just have to read it as Bank Nifty buy call option now, 20,500 strike price. Can you do this much? Is it possible? Can you do it? If you can do it, but if you still have a doubt in your mind, then what you can do is you can make a call to your stockbroker and you can ask him over the phone that if I tell you Bank Nifty buy call option now 20,500 strike price, if I give you only this much information over the phone, will I be able to trade in options? Yes or no? You ask him. Now I'm asking all the experienced traders watching this session, what do you think? When a beginner can tell a stockbroker that Bank Nifty buy call option now 20,500 strike price, if this much information is given over the phone, will he be able to trade in options? What's your opinion? Yes or no? Please reply. All the experienced traders. Yes, isn't it? Anyone will be able to trade if they can give this much information. Right? So don't be surprised, because they don't care whether you are a beginner or an experienced trader. They don't care whether you know what is futures, what is options. The only thing that they care here is, have you given them the complete information or not? So in this case, you told them which script. You said Bank Nifty. What to do? You said buy call option now. Which strike price? You said 20,500 strike price. The complete information has been conveyed. And for you to make a phone call and convey this message over the phone, now how much time is it going to take? It's a matter of just 20-30 seconds, isn't it? 30 seconds, you make a call, you tell them Bank Nifty buy call option now 20,500 strike price. They will simply place the order and tell you what price it has been bought. And after that, please just cut the call. Don't take any more advice. And later here it will be written as hold call option. So simply hold your position. Finally, at some point here, it will be written as exit call option now. Now, when it is written here, now you can make one more phone call. You tell your stockbroker Bank Nifty exit call option now. Now, by now, they already know which call option you have bought. So they will simply place the order to tell you what price they have exited it. So this is how you can very easily place orders. Being a beginner, it is so very easy, isn't it? Right? And the only thing that you have to learn here is the right entry and right exit, when to buy and when to sell. That is automatically told by the dynamic live itself. You do this 7 times in a row. Remember, you do this 7 times in a row, it means you have mastered options trading. Now, how will you know that you have mastered options trading? That is when the public starts calling you that you are a master, when your stockbroker, when I start calling you that you are a master of options trading, then of course you are a master. But why will we people call you that you are a master of options trading? It is because when you do this 7 times in a row and at the end of 7th time when your account balance is in profit, then obviously anyone and everyone will call you that you are a master of options trading. The truth here is, gentlemen, it doesn't matter how many books you have read, it doesn't matter how many years of experience or knowledge you have. The only thing that matters here is, have you really made money or not? If you have made money, you are a master. If you have not made money, you are not a master. Do you all agree with me on this? Yes or no? Do you agree with me on this or not? This is the truth. And similarly, today, if you want to master futures trading, here in the action under intra-week, when it says buy long act now, make one phone call. You tell your stockbroker, Bank Nifty futures buy long act now. Just read it. Later, when it is written as sell short act now, make one more phone call. You tell your stockbroker, Bank Nifty futures sell short act now. You read it, they will understand the language, they will place the order. You don't have to worry about it. And you do this 7 times in a row, it means you're mastered futures trading as well. This is the reality, gentlemen. Today you can go talk to any experienced traders, any stockbrokers for that matter. When it comes to practical trading, this is all that you're going to do. And today, if you people have understood this reality, and if you agree with me, then it means that you have already mastered futures and options trading. So don't waste your time anymore. Start trading and start earning. But when I'm saying this, there are some of you also thinking that, do I have to watch it the whole day? No, you don't have to watch it the whole day. Once every 30 minutes, if you can check this action information, that is more than enough. Now, when I say once every 30 minutes, market opens at 9:15 in the morning. Come and check it once. Come back at 9:30, check it once. Come back at 9:55 to 10 o'clock. Watch it for 5 minutes. And then come back at 10:30. And then at 10:55 to 11, 11:30, and so on. And at these points, when you come and check, at the same time, if it is written here as buy call option now, or buy put option now, or exit call option, or exit put option, that is when you're going to do any trade. Or until then, you just have to you don't have to do anything else. Just relax. Go do your other job. And the same way, if you want to trade in futures, all that you have to do here is, when it is written here as buy call option now, in futures, you can go take a long position, buy it at whatever price it is available. Later, when it says exit call option, then exit your long position. Or if it tells you to buy a put option, then take a short position in futures. And finally, exit it when it tells you to exit. And today, along with this, there is one more important thing, and that is the preparation here, which tells you in advance that get ready to buy a call option, get ready to buy a put option. Now, why is this so very important here? Now, some of the experienced traders, when they look at this, they feel this may be a silly detail for them. But then, this is something very, very important. Because most of the traders, many of you who are watching this session, when you are trading there, you must have observed most of your trading decisions are taken in urgency. Isn't it? You are in a hurry to take that decision. Buy it, it's moving up, just buy it. Or sell it, it's going down, sell it, it is crashing, sell it off. The urgency, the impulsive decision making. Now, these urgency, these kind of decision making is what keeps you on your toes. You are always tensed while you trade, and as long as you are tensed while you trade, these trades will always end up resulting in a big minus. Do you all agree with this? Yes or no? The preparation here tells you in advance, at least 15 to 30 minutes in advance, saying that get ready to buy a call option, get ready to buy a put option, or get ready to exit your call option, so that you know in advance what trade you are about to do. When you know that, you can stay relaxed, you can prepare yourself. Only when you trade with a relaxed mindset, gentlemen, you will be able to earn money in stock market. You can make a big note of this statement. And today, for this action information to give you an entry or an exit. Now, first of all, some of you may be thinking that this seems to be a normal software wherein it gives us buy signal, sell signal. Well, I will tell you the other part of this. There are thousands of such softwares which can tell you buy and sell signal, isn't it? You just go search in Google, you will find thousands of such softwares which can automatically tell you buy and sell. But what is so very unique in this? Why do we call this as an intelligence? The reason is, for this action information to give you one entry or an exit signal, there are some multiple signals that work for this in the background. Like we have this golden arrow mark, we call this as an intraday 3 speed signal. We have this green line, we call this as an intraday 3 long signal. The red one, we call intra-week long signal. The red symbol on top here, we call it as a zigzag caution. There are many more such signals which are working in the background. Now, each of these signals expertises in identifying a certain type of price movement. And for you to know the cost of the software, Mr. Denzel, just hold on as I told you in the beginning. Now very soon I'm going to reveal those details. All right. Now as I told you, price does not move in a similar way every time. There are varieties of price movement. In any given market condition, for you to get the right entry, these many signals are at work. For you to get the right exit, these many signals are at work. But today you don't have to worry, because your job is not to follow all these multiple signals. You don't even have to learn anything about them, because your job is to simply follow only those 1, 2, 3 easy steps. As I promised you in the beginning of the session, today you will learn to earn money in trading in a matter of just 1, 2, 3 easy steps. So what are these 3 easy steps? Let's have a look. First step here is just add your favorite stock or index in dynamic live. Just add it on the screen. Whichever stock that you want to trade, just add it on the screen. And once you do that, check what the Dynamic method action information is telling you to do. And whatever is written here, based on that, simply place order, start trading. This is all that you are supposed to do, gentlemen. This is how easy today it has become to trade futures and options. And this is the reason why we call this as a revolutionary invention. So today, let's go have a look at the dynamic live itself. I will give you explain how it works, but then you have to understand how real easy it is and how you can benefit from it. Now, for us to check this, I request you people to suggest me any of your favorite stock or index, so that we can see what this dynamic live is telling us to do. But then as I request you, I also request you saying that just request few stocks, 3 to 4 stocks, so that we can see this first, understand it, and then at the end, whichever other stocks that you want to check, we can also check those details. All right. So this is the dynamic live here for you. And in this, for you to add your favorite stock or index, now all that you have to do here is first, just click on this favorites. Now, once you click on this favorites, now what will happen here is a drop down will appear. And in this drop down, you can go select any of your favorite stock. Now, straight away, let me check, first of all, let me check Tata Steel. Mr. Denzel has asked for, which is this, Bank Nifty. So this Tata Steel, now as soon as I have added the script on the screen, my job is to just come look at this Dynamic method action information. And you can see in the action information, it is very clearly written as, stay tuned for the next trade. So this dynamic live feels that this is not the right point for you to trade. So please wait, don't do any trade, wait for the next trade. Look at this. When you sit in front of trading terminal, when you're trading there, when you're watching the price movement, you're always tempted to do any trade, some trade at least, because you're sitting there, your time must not get wasted. You must do some trades. You are forcing yourself to do any trade, and when you force yourself to do any trade, maybe you are doing the trade at the wrong point, and it ends up being a big minus. But here, if this dynamic live feels that this is not the right place, there is no clarity whether the price will move up or come down. So please wait. Similarly, Mr. Denzel had asked for, it is Denzel or Denzil? Denzil, I think, right? So Denzel, Carl, you want to check Bank Nifty. So let me check Bank Nifty. So there's Bank Nifty here. Now, as soon as I checked Bank Nifty, the action information says hold call option, which means that it has already told us to buy a call option sometime back, and as of now, it is telling us to hold it. Now, we just have to hold the position. If you have bought a call option, or if you have taken a long position in Bank Nifty, you can hold on to it, wait until it very clearly tells you to exit call option here. If it is written to exit, then you can go ahead and exit the trade. And you can also see here, and the reason it is very clearly written as sideways end sign. So it is telling you that the sideways movement is over. It is about to move in a single direction. Be prepared. But if anyone has not taken a trade, and when you see it is telling that hold call option, can we enter now? Yes, that's the same question you have asked for, right? So can we enter now? Now, there are two answers that I can give you. If the entry has come long back and the price has already increased, and if you're about to enter midway, then I would suggest don't do that. It's better you wait for the next trade. But after it gave you an entry, if it is still trading at the same entry level, and if you want to enter now, then of course you can go ahead and do it. All right. But anyways, this is what the information is telling us. Similarly, Mr. Shafiq wants to check ACC. So let me check ACC here. All right, now you can see here, as far as ACC is concerned, even it is telling us to hold call option, which means sometime back it has already told us to buy a call option. We have bought it, and after buying it, we are holding it. We will hold it until it tells us to exit the trade. All right, so this is all that you're supposed to do. And then let us check what's happening in, let's say, IndusInd Bank. Well, even in IndusInd Bank, you can see it is telling us hold call option, so hold on to it, which means that it has already told us to buy a call option sometime back. There's a point where it initially told us to buy a call option. Now it was on, 1st of October, 9:30 in the morning. The price was trading at 551, and from there, as the price kept on increasing, right at the top, you see this red colored symbol. That is a zigzag caution, where it told us to exit the trade. By the time we exited it, it was at 563. So from 551 to 563, it is already 12 points movement. Now, if you're trading in a script like IndusInd Bank, in futures and options, one lot is almost 800 shares. So with 800 quantity, if you're capturing 12 points, we are talking about close to, how much is this? 9,600 rupees profit, isn't it? And similarly, now after it told us to exit, later, as the price increased further, again it has told us to buy the call option. Now it was at this point on 1st October itself at 1430. So there's a second trade. The price was 585.2, and from there it has managed to close at 592.2. So it is already another 7 points gain here. So already we have secured 9,600 rupees profit plus 7 points gain. We are talking about close to 5,600 rupees more profit, and we are still holding on to it right now, and we will wait until it tells us to exit the trade. And at last, Mr. Denzel wants to check Nifty. So let us check what's happening in Nifty. Well, there's a case of Nifty. You can see in Nifty, it very clearly says stay tuned for the next trade. So which means that there is no trade as of now. It is because right on top, you can see this red colored symbol, which are zigzag cautions, which are cautioning us, telling us that the price can reverse from here. Be careful. So that's the reason it is asking us to wait. But when it confirms that the price is going to go down, then it will tell you to buy a put option. But as of now, in the preparation, it is telling you get ready to buy a call option. So you may have to buy a call option. So be prepared. It feels that the price may go up. But the reason why it is telling you to wait here is if you take an entry right now, and as you can see that for the last yesterday, in the last 2 to 3 hours, the price managed to trade at around the same ranges. And if it continues to do so tomorrow also, then what will happen is by then the call option premiums will start melting. Right? So that is the reason it is asking you to wait. Don't do anything. So this is how easy it is. This much is what is the depth the dynamic live takes into to give you a right entry or right exit. But your job is very easy. You just have to click on the favorites, select your favorite scripts, see what the action information is telling you to do. Whatever it tells you, based on that, just start trading and start earning. Yes, Mr. Denzel, it is in sideways, but then I'll show you where it says sideways. Can you see here on the left side extreme corner, it is written as sideways now. So that is the reason it is asking you to wait. All right, so this is how easy it is. And today, when you have access to this intelligence, there are some very special benefits as a trader that you can get from it. Now, what are these benefits? Let's have a look. From here on, when it comes to taking an entry or an exit, there are some, you will not have any more confusions because you know that it gives you the right entry and right exit. And above that, you also know that when not to enter, when not to exit, that is also automatically identified by the dynamic live itself. When you know this, you will have the right confidence. When you have the right confidence and while you do the trade, there won't be any more confusions. And when it comes to trading in options, which is the right strike price, that is also automatically selected. And then the good thing here is the preparation, because it tells you in advance what trade you're about to do next so that you can be prepared. Ms. Shalki wants to know, does it mention the expiry of the options to be bought? No, it doesn't mention that. But then how to know that? These things you get to learn in our training. All right, just basic things. It's a matter of just 5 minutes for you to understand this. But the action information is the best thing that's going to happen for any trader here today, because it directly tells you what trade to do. It never tells you that the price may go up, you may have to buy. It doesn't say this. It directly tells you buy call option now. It means just buy it. No questions asked, just buy it. Later it tells you hold call option, so simply hold it. Finally, at some point it tells you exit call option now. Just exit your trade. Don't hold it now. It doesn't know whether you are a beginner or an experienced trader, but then it will treat everyone as a beginner by giving you the complete information. Dynamic Live does all the hard work here, gentlemen. Your job is 100% effortless because your job is to simply place orders. And today, for you to start trading based on this, there is no need of in-depth training. A simple basic training is more than enough. It's a matter of just 40 to 60 minutes of training that you have to go through. And after that, you will be ready to start trading. And as I told you in the beginning, anyone can implement this. Even if you're a beginner or an experienced trader or a working professional or a housewife, a retired person, students, stockbrokers, anyone can implement it. But remember, all that we want you to do here is just implement it mechanically. It means just do it as it is told. You don't have to use your brains. You don't have to use your expertise or anyone else's expertise. Just do it as it is told. Ms. Shalke has a question for Nifty, Bank Nifty. Is it weekly expiry? Well, in the training, you will get to learn. If you want to trade in the weekly options, then how to trade, how to select the right strike price, how to go about trading. But the same way, if you want to trade in monthly options, now what are the points that you have to keep in mind? Now, these are something very important that you get to learn in our training. And above that, Mr. Denzel wants to know, does it tell you tell you the stop loss as well? And Mr. Rupesh Gabale has also the same question. Does it tell us to place the stop loss? Yes, everything. The dynamic live will do it by itself, but then you don't have to worry about the stop loss or the target. When it is time for you to exit, either in a profit or even if it is in a minus, the dynamic live intelligence will itself tell you exit. Then you can just go ahead and exit the trade. But then when I'm saying all these things, there are some of you watching the session who are thinking that now what is the cost? What is the price of this software? Now, Mr. Denzel has repeatedly asked this question many times, right? But then let me tell you that there is no cost, there is no price that one can bear for something precious like this. But there is one thing that you people have come here to do today, and that is to take a decision. You're all here today to decide, are you ready to invest today to secure your financial future? Are you ready to invest today to secure your tomorrow? Are you ready today to invest to secure your family's future, your dependents' future, financial future? Are you ready to do that? Now, whether you like it or not, whether I like it or not, one day or the other, we all have to take this decision. Do you all agree with this? Isn't it? So today, if you people have taken the decision to invest today to secure your tomorrow, then you are at the right place, because let me show you what is the investment that you are supposed to make. But before I show you, let me also tell you that you are not going to invest some big money here, so don't be scared. You're going to invest a very small fetch of the profits that you can earn from this dynamic live. But at the same time, just by looking at this dynamic live in a video or in a session like this, you'll not be able to judge it completely. Only when you touch it, feel it, open it, run it in the real-time market, do some trades, when you see the real profit in front of your eyes, that is when you will understand its true benefits. That is the day you will realize what you have been missing all these years when it comes to trading in stock market. But to make sure that all of you can first get your hands on this dynamic live, first understand its benefits, then you can think how to go big next. To make sure of this, to make sure every trader can reap the benefit of this intelligence, for the first time ever in the last 12 years, the management at Dowman Group has taken one big decision. Now, when I say for last 12 years, I mean to say that in the last 12 years, we've been doing this training program for the last more than 12 years, in fact. And there's a Bangalore-based company, Dowman Group, and we've trained more than 13,000 plus traders across the country and abroad who are using Dynamic Live. And there is one more intelligent software called Dynamic System. So people have been using this, and there are many who have, earned amazingly big, and their lives have changed a big time following this intelligence. But then the point here is, in the last 12 years, this is the first time ever the management at Dowman Group has taken such a big decision. And the decision is to give you one big special offer so that you can first understand its true benefits. And the offer here is today you can get this dynamic live by investing just 8,000 rupees plus GST for 1 month. But remember, this special offer is valid only for the first month subscription. It is because the original price of this dynamic live, the actual price is 4,39,000 rupees for one entire year. But for 1 month today, you are getting it at just 8,000 rupees plus GST so that you can touch it, feel it, open it, run it in the real-time market, do some trades. It's a matter of a trade or two for you to gain back this investment that you have made. And there have been many people who have also been requesting us for trial. Well, all your request has been answered with the special offer here, so that you can first get your hands on it to understand its true benefits, and then you can think big. But let me also tell you that this special offer is valid only for a limited period of time. Very soon this offer will go and the price will rise. So today, if any one of you is interested to jump into this revolution, start trading and start earning, then here is the link that I've just texted on the chat. You just have to click on this link to subscribe the special offer. All right. Now, Mr. Rupesh, I'll come to your question. Just hold on. But then when I'm saying this, there are some of you also thinking that, all right, first month we get the special offer at 8,000, but then what happens from the second month? Do we have to pay the complete 4,39,000 rupees? Well, Mr. Denzel has also asked for the same question right now. Well, you don't have to worry because you don't have to pay so much, because there are many more other special offers coming your way. Like we have the presidential rights where you get the same 12 months plan. Instead of investing 4,39,000, today you can invest just 1,23,000, where you get dynamic live for one entire year. You also get a dynamic system free for lifetime. Now, what is this dynamic system? Dynamic system is another intelligent software like dynamic live. It also gives you right entry and right exit automatically. It helps you to do some amazing positional trading. Positional trading, which means you enter today, you hold your position for a few days, and then you can exit. How many days? There is no defined days. It will decide, the dynamic system will decide, the price will decide. All right. And those of you who want to do in equity segment, either short-term or long-term investment, that can also be done with the help of this dynamic system. The biggest benefit of this dynamic system is it gives you signals and information 1 day in advance. So those of you who don't have time, by spending hardly 10 to 15 minutes of your leisure time, you can follow this dynamic system and start earning consistently year after year. Now, I'm not talking about just earning, because I know that every one of you, every trader who's watching this session, one or the other day, you must have definitely made some profits. But then I'm not just interested in 1 or 2 trades profit. You are not also interested in 1 or 2 trades profit. We are all interested in consistent profit, and that can be achieved today with the help of this dynamic live and dynamic system. And this dynamic system today, it in itself is worth around 95,000 rupees. But today you're getting it free. But it is just not free. It is free for lifetime. It is almost 71% off per month that you're getting on this plan. And then you have the privilege rights, where you get a 6 months plan at just 72,000. You get dynamic live for 6 months. You also get dynamic system free for 1 year. And then we have the 3 months plan at just 42,000. You get dynamic live for 3 months. You also get a dynamic system free for 3 months. And at last, we have the 1 month plan at just 16,500. You get dynamic live for 1 month. You also get a dynamic system free for 1 month. All right. These are all the 4 different plans. You can opt for any one of these 4 plans from the second month onwards. But for the first month, you get the special offer at just 8,000 rupees plus GST. And those of you who are interested, you just have to click on the link that I've already texted, and you can subscribe. And as I see, there are few of you who have already subscribed. Now, once you subscribe, what will happen here is you will get a mail from our technical team. I will come to your question, Ms. Shalki. All right. You will get a mail from our technical team. So go through the mail. They will take a remote access of your computer, and they will install this dynamic live and dynamic system today itself on your computer. And after that, today itself, you can also attend an online training. It is not at 5 p.m. It is at 3 p.m. today. In a matter of another 30 minutes, the online workshop will start. So those of you who have subscribed, you can come and join this online workshop. All right. This session will be for hardly 40 to 60 minutes. And in this session, you will learn things in a bit more detail. Many of the doubts that you have asked for in this session, all those points will be covered in this online workshop. So that once you go through this training from the very next day, that is from tomorrow, you will be ready there to start trading and start earning. But then this is not just the thing, because to make sure that you people achieve the end results, anyone who joins here must achieve the end results. To make sure that we handhold you completely throughout this process, there are additional supporting activities that we do, like every day morning before the market opens at 8:30 a.m. we organize the next action planner session. It is a private session for all those people who have subscribed. Now in that session, we ourselves will tell you for Nifty and Bank Nifty, when the market opens, what trade has to be done, what signal has to be followed, what point has to be kept in mind while trading. If you can just note down the plan and if you can implement it as it is, that itself is more than enough for you to start earning. But along with this, if you want to trade any of your favorite stock, then you can text me those stocks name in that session, and we will prepare a plan for your stock also, and whatever plan has been done, you just have to implement it as it is. And if you have any questions or doubts, you can also get it clarified in that session. And along with that, every day morning at 11:30 a.m. we also have a live market session. It is the same session that you're going through right now, but then in that session even the existing users can come and join. If you have any questions or doubts in the live market, you can get it clarified there. So these are all the additional benefits. But then once you subscribe, now what happens is, first of all, you get these two softwares which will be installed onto your computer. It cannot be done on a mobile. It can be only installed on a computer or a desktop or a laptop. All right. And once it is installed, of course, you go through the online workshop. Now, the workshops that you're going through, that will be video recorded. And then after the workshop, the video record of that session will also be made available in our YouTube channel. But then all the video records of our training programs that we have done it in the past, the latest one, the most advanced trading concept like dynamic superpower trading method, which we teach people, for those people who want to earn big, who are ready to spend, who are ready to put some efforts to learn advanced and then earn big. Those concepts are also made available in those training videos, which will be given to you, given access to you, and that too for a lifetime. And you also get to attend all these regular activities that we perform in order to be in touch always with the existing users, to make sure that you are always on the right track. So these are all the benefits here, gentlemen. So any one of you who's interested, you just have to click on the link to subscribe. But then before subscribing, if anyone has any questions or doubts, you can text me your questions right now. I will answer them one by one, and later you can think about subscribing. But then if you don't have time right now, if you still want to get in touch with me, if you want to talk to me personally, but then before you talk to me, first of all, make one thing very clear, that you should know what you want. What is that you exactly want? And if you're already trading, what is the difficulty that you're facing while you trade? What are the issues that you're facing while you trade? When you bring these points to me, then that is when I can give you the right solution for you. And with that solution, I'm sure your trading will change forever, and it is going to change for good. All right. Now, for me to support you this way, now what will happen is, from tomorrow morning 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., I will be available on the online chat, live chat. So you can come log into our website, which is dynamiclive.in. For a live chat, you can find me there. You can you can interact with me, get all your doubts clarified, and then you can subscribe. And while you subscribe, there are a few who are very new to this online subscription that I have come across in the previous sessions. So if you need any assistance, then what you can do here is you can call us at these numbers or mail us at this mail ID, and the support team will be there to assist you to subscribe it. I'm sorry, I have texted the number wrong, so let me retype it. Yes, there's the contact detail, and as I told you, I'll also be available on live chat from tomorrow. But then in the meantime, there are other questions that people have asked, so let me answer them one by one. Now, first of all, Mr. Rupesh had asked any live trade. Definitely, Mr. Rupesh, you can come join our live session at 11:30. But then if you want a demo that you have asked for, you can get in touch with me on live chat. So through remote access, I can show you a demonstration of this dynamic live in the live market also. All right. So that is a support that I can provide. Later, if you're interested, then it is up to you for you to join or not. And Ms. Shalki wants to know what is the success ratio. So let me tell you, let me show you the performance, and let me show you the recent performance for a period of just give me a second. And in the live market, when you are connected now, at that point in time, if there is any real trades that I have to do, if there is any signal, I trade in Nifty, Bank Nifty. So if there are any signals and I trade, so what happens is I will do the trade right in front of you so that you can see how real trading we do and how we follow this intelligence here. All right. So anyways, there's the results. Now you can see here. First of all, let me explain. All the details that we follow are mentioned very clearly. You can see the script name and you can see the spot price. When we took the entry, what was the actual price of this script? That is Bank Nifty that you're looking at. And then which option that we get into, whether a call option or a put option, which is the strike price, and then which is a contract month, which expiry contract that we did the trade in. And then you can always see that when it comes to trading in options, we always buy the option and later sell it. We never do option writing. All right. We don't want to risk our head in this trading. The money invested is a hard-earned money. Now, once we have invested, the first investment is the last investment. If you cannot earn with a small capital, you cannot earn with any big capital. So these are all the principles that we follow and we believe in, and that is why we follow something which is very safe and which is also equally very effective as far as the results is concerned. All right. So entry reason, why do we take an entry? Without any reason, if anyone is trading out there, then it means that you are gambling. You can make a note of this point today, and the entry date and time you can see here. What is the entry price? At which premium did we buy this option? And what is the quantity? All these details are mentioned here. Exit reason, exit price, date, time. Whether the trade ended up in a profit or in a minus, you can also see profit, minus, and all these things, right? So this trading has started with a small capital of 50,000 rupees. And as you can see, the trading started somewhere in the month of June, in the beginning of June. And from there, as the trading continued with all the positives and negatives that we've been experiencing, all right, I will not say negative, I will say gains and minus that we have been experiencing in each and every trade. And as we come down, now all that we have tried to do here is just mechanically follow whatever it tells us to do. And in spite of the last trade being a minus, the balance still stands at 1,07,000 rupees, which includes the capital of 50,000 rupees. It is almost 100% returns that we have achieved in a matter of 3 months duration here. All right. So anyone who's following this dynamic live, you will also be able to achieve similar returns, provided you follow it mechanically, you do it as it is told. All right. So these are the kind of benefits that one can achieve following this. Now, as far as the success ratio that you are asking for, I hope what I have shown defines or explains all these things. All right. I don't have to get into these details because we personally feel that before you get into something, before you implement something mechanically, now until you get into the depth of it, in the initial stage itself, you're trying to understand whether the stop loss, the targets, the success ratio, or many other things, then what will happen is many times, of course, you may avoid something which is not good, but at the same time, you may also end up, missing out something which was really the only solution. All right. But then there's the kind of benefits that you can get from it. Any other questions or doubts? Well, as I scroll through, I see that most of all the questions I have answered already. All right, looks like there are no more questions or doubts. So, gentlemen, thank you all for joining today's session. Those of you who are interested, the link is already texted on the chat. You just have to click on it to subscribe. So, all those who have subscribed, see you at 3 p.m. in the next 20 minutes in the online workshop. Until then, thank you all for joining today's session and wish you all a great day today.